Good morning, Celtic fans, and welcome back to the channel. In today's Celtic FC news, Ange Postecoglou, the Celtic manager, plans to bring in at least one more Celtic signing in this window to counter any activity going the other way. So that to me suggests that he is still looking to bring in a striker, and we'll talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about the striker that has been mentioned in today's media that might be coming to Celtic, and we'll talk about obviously the two that might be leaving Celtic before the end of the window, and then we'll jump over to the comments section. So Ange Postecoglou yesterday said that with the bringing in of Alistair Johnson from Montreal, Kobayashi and Tomioko, we've had three players in already, so we're well versed and the squad is stronger coming out of the window obviously, but it's a case of will Georgios Giakoumakis and Josip Juranovic leave during this window. I think it's highly likely now that big Giakoumakis will leave, but come on, right, okay, we need to stop. Everybody must be thinking this. What happens when the day comes that the manager moves on to his next role? It will happen. It will happen at some point. It will happen one day, but with all these foreign players, you know, we don't want it to be a case of a complete rebuild in 2 or 3 years' time. That's my only fear about all these players coming in from Asia, is will they all jump ship and will it leave Celtic with a rebuild to take place when another manager comes in, hopefully 2 or 3 years' time that will be. But it's just niggling at the back of your head though, you know, all these players that come in. The latest player to be linked with Celtic, come on, Gaffer, give us a chance with these names. It's the South Korean player Hyeon gyu. I don't know. I can't pronounce it. You try and pronounce it and go on YouTube. Hyeon gyu. Hyeon gyu. It's getting worse. Anyway, the South Korean striker looks to be the number one choice now after Cho Chung-sung. It's just, I think if he was going to come, he would have been here by now, and I think that's the way the Celtic manager is looking at it. And reports that Red Diamonds are looking to push ahead with this deal for Giakoumakis. It leaves Celtic in a position where they've only one recognised striker, so that would be the position that I think Ange Postecoglou is going to look at the market. It is somewhere that they're looking at quite actively by all reports, and it's another player that we're looking to bring in from the Middle East. He's a 21-year-old. He's previously talked up the interest in moving to Glasgow. He has said that Celtic are a prestigious club and they gave me a good offer. I want to take this opportunity to challenge myself. I have told the club I want to go and I am awaiting the team's position. So basically Celtic have made an offer for this lad, 21-year-old striker. It's in the hands of Nicholson and co now. Can't really say any more about it, but it looks as if Giakoumakis is on his way out. It looks as if he is on his way out to Japan. A lot of media outlets are starting to ramp up this afternoon the fact that this is the striker that Celtic have submitted an improved bid for. So it's a case of, turn the phone off, Baz. So I've just been reliably informed by my assistant that is Hyeon gyu. Go. I don't know. Hyeon gyu. So it's Hyeon gyu. Anyway, that's the Celtic player that Celtic have been interested in whether he comes here or not. It's looking more likely that will be the road that we're going down. A South Korean striker. Is it just me, or do you get the feeling that we're maybe bringing in a bit too many players from the Far East? It's a great move, don't get me wrong, and Ange we trust, but there will come a day where Ange Postecoglou will move on, and my fear is if we've got 5 or 6 players that have came from Asia, that they will follow him to his next club. Celtic will be rewarded handsomely, I hope, but you know, it's just one of those things. You rip the heart out of a club, and look what's happened over the road. Anyway, moving on, you know, we are taking that step closer, but we'll move on to the comment section after Postecoglou played down claims yesterday in his news conference that Celtic were on the brink of selling Giakoumakis for $3 million. So on to the comment section, and Donny Boy said before about Gigi and JJ, I believe that they want a way when they come out and say so, anything else is just lazy media, and media are trying to unsettle the players by saying that they're on the move. I'll wait to hear from the player's mouth reacting up the Celts. When I say 3.5 million fee, says Kevin Carrick, I thought that was cheap. As I say, it's BS. I'm actually not sure. I mean, it is the media playing it up, but there is things going on in the background. Ange Postecoglou didn't outright deny that there was going to be players on the move. He's anticipating players being on the move, and he believes he only needs to fill one position before the end of the transfer window. Something today says, if Gigi and his replacement is Nisbet, I will shake my head in disbelief. I don't think it'll be Nisbet. I think that lad's had, coming back for that bad injury that he had, I think, I just don't think, the way that the sports scientists look at things from a football perspective these days, they look at his fitness, and it will be a little bit of a question mark if he can play at the pace, and it's all about pace that Celtic are playing with these days, so it'll be a case of, will he have the fitness to play at that pace? Paul Baird says, hail, hail. James Dorn says, it's all fake news, both players will be at Celtic until the end of the season, especially now that Celtic are going for the treble. I don't know, you need to wait till the end of this transfer window before we can say things like that. Going on to tonight's game, 2-0 for tonight, says Gara 6283. VAR controversy as usual. So what do you think the score will be tonight? It's going to be a poor turnout tonight. It always is the early rounds of the Scottish Cup, especially when it's at home at Celtic Park. Historically, it's always been a low turnout when you play at this time of year at Celtic Park. That's why we usually like an away game. And I know the fans prefer away games for these early rounds of the Scottish Cup, just because Celtic Park never fill out. The buses that come over from Ireland are always, they've got to take a full day off work. I know that the buses that we're leaving at 9:30 this morning for a game that's in the evening. You're going to miss a full day's work, and it's just you can't do it in this day and age. So on that note, I hope you have a great day, Celtic fans, tonight. I hope you enjoy the game. If you're watching on telly, if you see this video, make sure that you comment, give it a thumbs up, and tell me what your score predictions are for the game tonight. And on that note, have a great day, Celtic fans all around the world.
Lit. Roll up to the party, roll up to the party, roll up to the